Fear not. How many times do we as Christians quote from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, saying that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And despite saying those words and believing them, we can be so easily influenced, be so easily blinded by fear. Fear comes in many shades, if you will. If you buy a product, like this camera that I'm looking into, and someone tells you, do you want to get the extended warranty? And they start telling you about the possibility of you dropping the product and it could break. And sometimes I want you to pay a price for the extended warranty. That if you were to truly think about it, you'd be like, with this product, if I were to pay for the extended warranty, if something were to happen to it 2 months from now, I could actually get something newer and better, and it really wouldn't be worth it. And how many of other things have I had in times past where something went wrong, where I need an extended warranty? But on the world scale, the global scale, there are many leaders who are saying this. Before I get there are some individuals who are saying we need to scare the population. We need to scare them. That's like using a taser trying to get you to take a certain action. When they're trying to scare you with their language, they're trying to induce fear. And as I was saying, on a global scale, there are many leaders speaking about such and such or this and that is a threat to democracy. Have you noticed in how many countries with the name Democratic Republic or Democratic this, how they tend to be undemocratic? They have the name Democratic in, or the word Democratic in their name, but tend to be dictatorial. So a lot of leaders across the globe are speaking about this is a threat to democracy. And if you look at those leaders and the things that they're doing, they are the threat to democracy. They're pointing to others saying fear them, but the one, if anyone you should fear, are those who are saying this is a threat to democracy. They're the ones in favor of silencing certain things, silencing the voices of truth, and they'll call it mis or disinformation. And I say all of this because an antichrist is coming. It is important for us as Christians to discern. And think about God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Many people have been taught about a pre-tribulation rapture where Christians will not be allowed to suffer. And consequently, many Christians are not prepared to suffer. Despite things such as Revelation 13, speaking about and even Daniel prophesied it, that the Lord giving the enemy authority to wage war against the saints and to overcome them. How people will be pressured into taking the mark of the beast, and anyone who does it will not be saved. Pressure will come to take the mark of the beast in many ways. You don't do it, you lose your job. You'll not be able to eat or drink. Those things inducing fear. Yet many people again will quote 2 Timothy 1:7. For God hasn't given a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Yet people will scare you with their words. You are submitting to fear. Recognize fear comes in many shades. In the Garden of Eden, the devil approached Eve through a serpent. In Revelation 12, it speaks about the devil, about there was a warring angel, Michael and his angels, versus the devil and his. And it speaks about the devil, also known as Satan, Al-Satan. He has his angels. And how he comes, or he's been cast down, and he knows his time is short. And because of that, he's raging. The raging is trying to cause people to take action based on fear. In the kingdom of darkness, things are done based on fear. Again, if you're going to say it and you mean it, then you also need to live it. Do not simply be a hearer of the word, but also be a doer. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So do not let people blind you with fear. Do not let people seduce you with fear, trying to pressure you, sometimes in subtle or more overt ways, to take actions, to do things that is truly against your will. What happened in 2020 and 2021? If you didn't do certain things, if you didn't take a vaccine, certain things would happen, and make it seem as if the virus was deadlier than it was. Fear. And a part of the antidote for fear is the truth. And I close with this. The Lord Jesus Christ proclaimed, "Do not fear him who can kill the body and no more, but fear him who can kill the body and cast body and soul into hell." Fear him. Fear the Lord Jesus Christ and him only. God bless you. And by the way, this was not a message of condemnation. If you've submitted to fear, get back up, dust your knees off, ask the Lord to forgive you. Just do not do it again. There is mercy. There is grace from the Lord. But recognize what happened, and do not allow the enemy to use fear to manipulate you. Again, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. The one to fear is the Lord Jesus Christ. And even with that, it's just simply having a reverential fear for him, not necessarily walking around in eggshells. So walk in power. Fear takes away from a sound mind. Recognize fear and destroy it with the truth. God bless you, and Jesus the Christ is Lord.